So since I'm a Temu victim, I was scavenging through my latest find, which I bought a year ago and only came today. Oh my gosh! This is great! This is a treasure trove! Temu, you've done it again! Temu, my beloved. I don't know why so many people hate you. All your items are obviously high in quality and necessary items for households. I just wish I could be shopping on there right now. Think of all the things that could be on there. Oh my gosh. I guess that I'll have to wait for another day, though. Anyway. What? What is that? Is that a book? What? How could this be, though? I mean, like a book in the range, in the vicinity of a sigma? I can't believe this. Oh my gosh. What? I'm so disappointed. In my household. Wait a second. Book. That word. Where have I heard it before? Maybe school or somewhere or other. And look there. Stephen King. Yes, I definitely know him. In fact, I might even have a book or two of his myself. Wait a minute. If this guy's so good at writing, then why can't I write a book of my own? In fact, I'll write the best, greatest, and most amazing book this world has ever seen. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so famous and so awesome. Yo, what up, bruz? Today, I'm gonna be writing one page of the literature art right before all my research. So, let's get to it. I immediately ran to my desktop, which I remembered I didn't have, so instead I grabbed my phone and I started to write my masterpiece. Wait a second. Wait, is this supposed masterpiece of literature, the next Shakespeare, actually just something beta? And so, after I learned that my writing was cockatzenure, I started some rational thinking. Hey man, how's it going? Good, 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 good. Listen, come here. I finally decided on what I'm gonna do. Yes, that is right. In this, I'm going to research what makes a book good, and I'll be dissecting masterpieces, and I'll just see what is contained in such books, and what the writers had to meticulously do in order to make these books good. And then I'm gonna do that, so I can copy them. And 3 weeks and 2 days after I made that claim, I finally started on my research. And boy, oh boy, did I study hard! Oh yes. Each time I entered the studying realm within my brain, I just took in more information each time. I couldn't stop. I was unstoppable. I was somewhat invincible in a way. Nobody could take me away. phone or from my book. I had to study. My life depended on it. And let's be frank here. Each time I was studying, I was quite frankly and quite obviously cooking, okay? I was sizzling. The pan within my brain's recesses were sizzling so hard. In fact, we even put an egg on my head as I studied, and that bad boy cooked to perfection. And it was getting to the point where I was getting so much information within my head that my brain actually grew insane amounts, okay? I was looking like Megamind by the end of it. And eventually, at almost the same speed rate as the information was going into my brain, I had gotten all the information I needed. That's it. I'm done. Oh my gosh. I've finally done it! I have conjured up all the knowledge a human mind could withhold. Oh my gosh. I feel so accomplished. Like, this... Oh my gosh. You know, a simpleton, a normal human, they wouldn't be sure that they had gotten all their power. But for me, I could feel it. I could feel it within my bones, within my surging soul, within my veins, within my neurons, which are contained within my mind's capacity. I've done it. I'm essentially a god. Hey guys, so today, I'm just going to be doing what I did before all my research, before I got all this information, but now I'm knowledged. And so, since I am such, prepare to witness art and poetry at its absolute peak, its apex, since the day I was invented. Let us begin. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary. Hey guys, what's up? I got my 2 pages of writing, and it's time to compare others' opinions in order to see which is better. Now, obviously, I have a writing style, and as long as it's not a terrible take on the art, I don't necessarily have to change it. I don't have to write like a specific person to be good, but it would help. Well, I began to hand those papers out and making people read them against their will. And quite honestly, I think I was getting back some stellar reviews. Ma'am, do you mind reading these? Compare and contrast. Okay. Compare and contrast.
Okay.
There's no option.
They both suck.
What? Okay. Ugh. Well, hello everybody. This is about the end of this immaculate journey we've gone on. Now, I know you're all wondering, hey, you didn't even answer the question you asked at the beginning of the video. And well, that's where this comes in. Now, I know you're all dying for such things as autographs or pictures or whatever, anything that I have touched in class. And that is unnecessary. Now, I know it may be hard to come to the realization, but I am 13 now. I am now a rank above. Not you, but the age group. I'm no longer a boy. I am in fact a man. I have crossed the barrier and have become a manly man. What does this have to do with anything? Well, you see, I myself, as a man, am an ordinary man. And in fact, I am so ordinary and I am such a man that I think that these statistics and this result is the result of unconditional family love with a bit of opinion. Let me explain. To create a good book, you, although write a good book, are not going to please all readers because of one thing: opinion. And so, students of my new class, this class which I have taken over, I would like to say, if you are watching this video for accurate and true writing advice, I feel very bad for you, because I am not a professional writer. I do not do this very often. And one thing that you must do is accept. Accept what, you ask? You must accept that people have objectifying opinions, because at the end of the day, writing is a form of art. And what is art, you may ask? Well, that's a bad question. And art simply is subjective and opinion-based. So if writing is a form of art, then it is also subjective and opinion-based. For an example, people could absolutely despise the book It. But I, as I have read the book, think that it is beautiful. But that is my opinion. And that's fine. Next, there should be at least some form of character building within your story. Now, this could be in many ways. From a big, meanie bobini who is meanie and beanie, who turns into a nice, not-so-beanie man. It could also go the opposite. Those are the only examples I have. You should have a good plot. A plot, you may ask, is... what's a plot? The story of the book. Of any book like this. This has a plot. It's hard to believe, but it does. Next, the reader, to form bonds and relations with the character within the book, should get lots of point of view and thoughts from that character, and maybe some other characters as well, to form stronger bonds within them too. A book should typically have good support and side characters who, as in the name, support and make your main character and the story itself better. Now, the plot of the book is much like a road or avenue, as my mom has just given an example of. It is what drives the story along. It is the beginning, it is the apex, and it is the conclusion of the story. It is everything of the story. Satisfying ending for the reader, such as a happy ending, a death to a bad meanie bobini, or such and such. I'd prefer the latter for those beanies. So, Bo. Last thing I'll say before giving advice is it should have, in the sense and context of a plot, should have a well-timed climax and a smooth, satisfying slide to the decrease in conclusion. Finally, for what you've all been waiting for and have been dying to hear, I will give some writing advice from moi. Let's get started. From my extensive experience, I would highly recommend acting as if you are writing a documentary about this person. Now, you might be actually writing an actual documentary, but even if you're writing a novel, which is fiction, you should still act as if this is a real person. Of course, in documentaries, you don't actually hear or see or know what people are thinking in specific time periods, but at least with fiction, you can put those and need them into your story. You should give your characters individual personalities and niches and even mannerisms, such as a stutter or just characteristics and facial features which help them stand out. I could possibly talk for maybe a minute more about this topic, but we all have work to do, especially me, since I am now a level above. Not 13, but 13, not 12. Since I am a level above, I will quite obviously have more work. So, we should get back to that work. Also, in case you're wondering, yes, the beginning of this video was a complete waste of your time. Now, I know you don't want me, a little ray of sunshine, to go away, but alas, as I've mentioned, we have work, some more demanding than others, considering our age groups, but I must go, and I beg of you, the audience, to have a good day. Bye. Now, a quick memo before I sign off. It is very important to remember that everybody has their own unique writing style. This is always a good thing. You do not have to write like somebody else, but you can kind of morph your style into somebody else's. You can't straight up take it, but you can kind of inspire and branch off from it. So the you should only be taking like a lot from them if you really suck at writing. Can't relate. But I just wanted to sign off by saying that. And yeah, everybody has opinions. Not everybody's gonna like what you write. Not everybody's gonna love what you write. But some probably will, unless it's absolutely terrible.